Why can't I give a seminar instead of Pastor John? Why don't you just hold it in front of you?
Yeah, that would be the best.
Okay.
Pretend it's a micro.
Which side is it? This side?
Like that.
All right, so this is side 1 of Centaurism and Unicornism 101. So on one hand, we have the unicorn, which is the female version of a centaur. So in a social circle, occasionally you'll find a woman that is highly attractive, not necessarily physically, but they do have a quality that is very attractive, yet they are absolutely unacquirable. Why? It's because their priority isn't to engage in any sort of relationship. It's because their priority completely lies elsewhere. But that can't be tolerated by other men that chase her. Because they need her, they need to acquire her, but completely unacquirable. So because they're unacquired, their value obviously rises drastically and exponentially, because who's ever heard of owning a pair of unicorn furs shoes? You know, you can't, no one's heard of such a thing. So of course they're put into this mystical category of unicorn. On the other hand, you have the centaurs, which is the male version of a unicorn, and the difference is that the unicorn can't actually know about their status as a unicorn, because men usually chase the women and they let their feelings be known, because that's how they pursue. So a unicorn will know that because a lot of guys are pursuing them. As for centaurs, they wouldn't really know their status as centaurs. They just happen to be very attractive men that have focuses on other things, that don't necessarily want the attention of women, but still, as a byproduct of that independence, they get so much attention from women. But they wouldn't necessarily know it because women don't go out chasing. I mean, in general, they don't go out being like, hey, I'm gonna, get you. But, and so that is the difference between a centaur and a unicorn, and in a lot of ways they are similar. So now at this time I'll be open for questions and comments. Yes, sir, right over there.
Wait, can you explain that he has a magical power that he does? Did I mishear that?
Oh, right. So the thing about a centaur or a unicorn is that they don't necessarily want to be centaurs or unicorns. They're just kind of given the task of being one. Okay, but there are the occasional commoners that want to be centaurs or unicorns. And let's say there's a commoner that has qualities that reflect centaurism. If there's a lot of women that are attracted to that man, but they really, really like that attention, and they want to be liked by so many people and want to seem unacquirable, they will never be a centaur, because that's not the true values of what centaurism is. Also, if they happen to be a centaur and they find out about their centaurism and take advantage of that, and have an attitude of taking advantage of it, the mystical powers will obviously start fading. Yeah, it's definitely mystical.
But you're not talking, so when you're talking about centaurism, it's not just based off physical attraction,
Right.
So it could be something.
Yeah, I mean, in general, they usually won't be like an ogre, but they will have the appearance of a commoner, but it's the quality they possess in the inside, and how they present themselves and how they live out their lives independently that shows through in society and makes them attractive. So yes, sir.
So, by chance, a centaur and a unicorn come together.
Yes.
And form offspring.
Yes.
Will these offspring be super powerful? Will they be able to fly or?
Well, as I was telling Pastor John before, I do think that centaurs and unicorns can possibly come together and join in a relationship, but definitely as a result an earthquake would occur. But when they have children, I think logically they would be brought up in a home setting where independence and ambition is highly encouraged. so they have the ability to have that status as well. Yes.
Also, will these offspring, will they also be centaurs or unicorns?
They might not. They might not. But if they are, they're usually born with it. Oh, here's another thing.
So you don't have to be born of a centaur to become a centaur.
You don't have to be born of a centaur to become a
two
centaur.
commoners can make a centaur.
Two commoners can make a centaur, but here's the thing. You're either born as a centaur or a unicorn, and the other way you become one of those is through a traumatic event. Okay? If a traumatic event causes you to no longer look toward the opposite gender's attentions and stuff and start prioritizing that, instead you start looking towards other ambitions and pursue those things at put those in a higher priority, then you start gaining the qualities of a centaur or unicorn, and you very well may become one. Or be one. Yeah.
This earthquake, is it a devastating earthquake? Or is it like an earthquake that produces good things?
Depending on their value according to the masses, that will determine the number on the Richter scale.
So like this earthquake, is it like an earthquake that can destroy a town like Sodom and Gomorrah, or is it like an
I haven't done that much research yet.
All right, Sam. We want to know. Are you a centaur?
From the deepest parts of my heart, I have to say I don't know. So, all right. Thank you.